What's up, soul family? It is after 3:33 synchronicities in the middle of the night, man. I literally just woke up out of my sleep like 15 minutes ago. I decided to take a little walk in the middle of the night, man. Yeah, I cut my hair today. Yep. And look what I got. Got my red bone mangoes, man. My neighbor, I think they're out of town right now. But yeah, I'm just literally just watching, and you know how much I love red bone mangoes, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was like in my mid-20s the first time I ever went down on a woman. She was an older red bone, thick as hell, man. Met her in the gym. But yeah, man, I literally walked past this house, and there's a house on the end of the street. Actually, they have a boat, right? They're not even in the city, but yeah. I went and grabbed some of their mangoes. They have so many of them. A tree full of red bone mangoes. Like the only tree on the block that has literally, like I could smell the ripeness and the richness from them. But every other mango tree around this area, around this neighborhood, the mangoes are still green. They're still getting ripe. They'll probably be ready towards the beginning of summertime. But yeah, I grabbed some, man. Yeah, they smell pretty good. I'm pretty sure they're going to taste pretty good too. But yeah, I'm out watching the full moon is hiding behind the clouds, right? Of course, the typical Scorpio energy. I walked out of my house and I looked up in the sky, and the sky was clear. I'm like, whoa, look at the moon. It's like a lasso it to the earth. But as soon as I decided to take out my camera and record or take pictures, here goes the clouds hiding the moon. I'm out near the water. We have ducks out here, you know, they sleep near the water. And yeah, man, I'm about to go on a walk for the rest of the hour. I'll probably be back in the house within the next 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so. But yeah, man, a true naturalist. Man, I'm so full. I had a whole Publix sub today. I had a whole Publix lunch, chicken tenders, mac and cheese, Chinese rice. Had a whole friggin' bottle of wine, a 2-liter bottle of wine today. I overdone it, and the people at my job, and the people at my job, they look at me like I'm so weird. Like, bro, you never eat during lunch. And I'm like, I do 18-hour fast and that sort of thing. So again, typical things that regular people don't do. They'll look at you and think like you're poor, like that you don't have money and that you can't eat during lunch or whatever. You don't have a car and all these sorts of things that they think. But it's like, bro, I'm more abundant than you are, spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally. I'm not. I've seen my dick today. I can look down and see my dick. I don't need to like eat every lunch period and become a glutton. Again, you know, we think we are angels, but we have more in common with the devil. Again, we wake up with hard-ons as men, that's sex, and we rush to our jobs in the morning. You know, the love of money is the root of all evil, only to use that money to take part in sex, drugs, and alcohol, other demonic things as well. So, you know, you have to explain these things to people, and even when they get the truth, they won't accept it, right? People are just weird like that. Let me talk to you guys while I restuff my heavy hitters bag with mangoes. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one up right now. I got a few fellow witches, you know, a few of my subscribers that I subscribe to today. You know, the soul tribe is unique. We all go through our spiritual awakening and we feel certain things together at a certain time. So as soon as I looked on YouTube, one of the tarot readers that I'm subscribed to is like, she's, you know, never mind. Never mind. I would just say, get your dream journals, man. But yep. We all experience things, and plus, you know, being in other countries, the time zones are different, man. You have a whole country of people that's wide awake right now, somewhere across the ocean, the Atlantic. So again, things that people think are strange are really not that strange, man. Stranger than fiction. But yeah, we're not gonna do a super long video. Look at that. See what I mean? See what I mean? Someone's sleep in their bed right now, and as I was walking through my neighborhood, or walking through the block that I live on, you know, people are up in the middle of the night, man, watching TV on their big screens. Like, they don't have curtains in their front window, so I could literally see through their houses. Man, somebody's up watching Netflix right now. and you hear this, man. I literally see an exotic car racing down the street, man. This is what racers do. They meet up in the middle of the night in certain places, and they just get to racing. I'll race you for your car, what is it, slip or whatever it is. So, trust me, if the world stopped moving at the end of the night, if truckers stopped driving things around in the middle of the night, this world would stop ticking, literally. So, this is just me giving you guys another perspective. No. The water is nice and calm at the moment. I'll take a little detour, go towards the park. I guess this is going to be a little bit of an extended video, man. I did a bit of tarot today. I didn't have my phone all the way charged, so I got halfway through. I'll continue probably in the morning, the other 6. But yeah, the subscriber base is growing. Every time I get off work and I check my my YouTube Studio app, it's like, yep, more subscribers. I literally just checked one of the comments. Someone was like, oh, that was my first tarot deck. I called it the Pied Piper's deck, but it's the Everyday Witch Tarot. Yeah. But this is my neighborhood. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, bro, you don't have to be super ghetto and hood everywhere you go. Like, you literally live in a neighborhood full of people that have nice houses. So why are you making gunshot sounds every time I walk up to my house, bro? There's cameras everywhere. Even the neighbors that I took the mangoes from, they have cameras. I waved at the camera as I left. Like, thank you. You guys are not going to eat them. More than half the mangoes, it's twice the amount of mangoes that I took were just mangoes that were just bust open and cracked on the ground from, and mosquitoes was just taking advantage, right? The ants, you know, all types of bugs. There's big giant holes in them, so I left those, of course. But yeah, me neighborhood. Uh-oh, here goes the trees. The spiders hanging down from the trees, hopefully not. But the crazy part is, yeah, man, when I be walking through these neighborhoods in the daytime, these women be out here, man, they be scoping me so hard, bro. Like, these women, again, driving around in their fancy Mercedes Benzes, their BMWs, their mom trucks, and I just look super casual. And they take on so much masculine energy. They overwork themselves, man. They do just like how the dudes be. They be parked in front of their house, just hanging out of their car, not wanting to go home, right? Just someone racing down the street in the middle of the night. Just because it's 3 a.m., bro, you don't know who's walking out in the middle of the night. And he's gonna race right past the school, right past the stop sign. But yeah, they take on masculine energy, man. Oh, what is this? What is this? Possum? Look at that. You don't even see me. Look at him. Run right back. I see you, bro. What is that? A raccoon? Yeah, I think it's a raccoon because I can see the black around his eyes. What's up, man? I see you. Yep. The things that you see in the middle of the night, man, when you think no one's paying attention. Again, people have to stand on some sort of an integrity. What if we had the school gates are open? The heck? Could take a walk around the school if I wanted. Yeah, man. God works in mysterious ways, right? Could finish off the video in school, you know, as I am a teacher, right? As I am a spiritual guru. As I am a verbal artist and therapist. But yeah, man, have some sort of integrity about yourself. Have some sort of a discipline. When you think no one's looking, someone's actually... And the crazy part is when you think no one's looking, that's when the most people are watching. You know, and I had an interesting day today as I was at the beach. As I was on my way to the beach picking up lunch and that sort of thing. I would say, anointed with a cloak of invisibility around a bunch of people. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the movie Frailty. Came out in 2001. Starred Matthew McConaughey in his youth. He played the younger brother of a brother that was telling a story about how his father raised his children. The father was basically, he was getting visions from angels, and the angels was giving him was like telling him stories in his mental, telling him stories in his mind about people, kind of like Unbreakable, when Bruce Willis, when he would walk past people and he would touch them and he would see all the evil deeds that they were doing. It was kind of like that. The father was giving eyesight or the visions from angels, and he was, supposed to go out and kill people pretty much. And people thought he was crazy. Like, his sons literally thought he was crazy because he started to train his sons to be like him. And I'm not going to spoil the movie, but yeah, Matthew McConaughey, when you got to the end, you literally saw how God was working in mysterious ways, how they was literally covering up his tracks, basically. Like the cameras, anytime he would go around cameras, and passing into it is, we affect technology in a weird way. It's like naturalist versus spirituality. Every time he would go around cameras or he would commit these acts, the cameras would buzz out or his face would be blocked off so they couldn't tell. Very interesting movie, man. And it literally makes you think, like, and again, God is very wrathful and vengeful. He destroyed the world many of times. So, and even when we see angels, we think angels are just these nice, fluffy little babies with wings. No, man, the archangels come down here with swords, with the sword of truth, with war, man. God, it doesn't take God to send a whole army of angels, man. He can send a handful of angels down to earth and wreak havoc on this entire earth plane. Anytime you see Michael or anytime you see pictures of Gabriel, they are winged archangels with weapons of war, the sword of truth. But, that's it for me. A long video. We're coming up on spiritual expansion 12/12 as we are out here on the Scorpio full moon. I'm already talking too loud. Projecting and that sort of thing, man. Yeah, I brought my first car at 23 and I drove throughout America. Again, people think just because they see me walking all the time that I just hate driving around people that don't know how to drive in 2021, man. Every time I go somewhere, sit down, one of the first conversations that come up is always about a car crash. So, and I'm the type of person, I don't just drive for me, I drive for the people around me, man. Like, most of these people can't drive, especially post-pandemic. People dealing with mental illness and road rage, they come out of their house and start driving crazy. So I'd rather not take part. Then you have to deal with people driving around in the rain. So yeah, I literally purchased my first car after my first sales job at 23 years old, and I drove throughout America. I turned my passion, which I love to drive, into a job after I got back. And, anytime you do something like that, like an Uber or whatever the case may be, this is before Uber became super popular and Grubhub and DoorDash and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I drove throughout America. I drove through mountains. I drove under mountains. I drove through bridges. I drove, I was able to see entire villages and towns from an aerial view as I was driving up at the top of the mountains. I drove through forests in the middle of the night. All these sorts of things, man. So again, people think, well, I always see you walking. That's because I've had enough driving. I've drove through this entire country without being stopped by any cops, without any traffic violations. So again, when people see you and they assume, they really don't know, man. Crack open the book before you judge the book by its cover. But yep, interesting night here at the park. It's probably gonna rain soon. Give you a look at the garden, midnight view of the garden, or I guess 333 view of the garden. Yep, the rain is starting up as well. But that's all I have for the Soul family this evening. The only thing about the middle of the night, the spiders come out in the middle of the night. You don't see them during the daytime, but they love to cast their webs in the middle of the night, rest up and all that sort of thing. They can fly. All they have to do is put their web out and let the wind take them. But peace, fam.